Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. Pipelines running across the region busted in the flood, leaving people without water and gas for an extended period of time. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked to a community in Bulin that's still trying to get the lines connected again, but are facing an uphill battle. Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. More than 20 years after one of the worst tragedies in U.S. history, many still reflect on the lives that were lost on 9/11 and the way America came together in the days afterward. WYMT's Alyssa Williams was at the 9/11 Patriot Day tribute in Laurel County to hear the stories of those who lived through that day.
Pretty much real time.
The Floyd County Sheriff's Department has offered simulated active shooter training for more than 5 years, allowing security personnel from local churches and businesses the same training officers receive.
You interact with the bad guy and you get to calm him down, or you can see what makes him irritated and react different. And like I said, at times you have to use deadly force, or sometimes you use no force.
Deputy Powers tells me the system has more than 1,000 scenarios to train with. The gun is actually a laser that interacts with the screen, providing real-time feedback. Good morning, I'm Keaton Hall. The time is 6:32. Let's take a look at the weather with our weatherman, Brandon Robinson.
Hey, there you go. That's a good transition. Give everybody time to get on their toes, and everybody's good.
Yeah, I didn't surprise you too bad on that.
That's right. No, I'm always ready. It was the director who wasn't ready. Like, no.
That's true. You're always ready.
That's right. I stand here the whole time. Anyway, the forecast this morning, a little bit of fog out there as we start your morning off on this.
Mountain News.
Stidham says they've contacted Hazard City Hall in hopes of connecting with the city. A University of Kentucky professor is facing sexual abuse charges. Kevin Reel, the chair of the UK Department of Communication, is accused of sexually abusing millions of dollars, is now available for rural areas throughout the country lacking high-speed internet access. Round 4 of the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Reconnect program is open for eligible applicants, including states, local governments, and Indian tribes. The Agriculture Department says the funding is being provided by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law.
Kentucky Leadership Conference in Hazard. WYMT's Keaton Hall joins us live now with more on what they had to say. Keaton.
That's right, Steve. The theme of this year's Leadership Conference is After the Flood, Lessons Learned and Long-Term Recovery. Earlier today, those in attendance had the chance to share what they would like to see changed. Many shared concerns with FEMA's response and a lack of effective communication leading to their needs not being met. Some expressing their frustration with the lack of debris and trash removal. Peter Hilly, president of the Mountain Association, helped lead the conversation and noted the importance of sharing these thoughts. Responses from today's session are going to be compiled and given to policymakers, hoping to better the long-term flood recovery of the region. In Hazard, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, Keaton, thank you. And as you can see behind Keaton, folks are gathering for the award showcase tonight, and we'll have more on that.
Many areas in our region experienced historic flooding and tragedy after heavy bands of rain poured in the mountains, leaving at least 8 people dead. This is some dramatic drone footage of Hindman, which is in Knott County. At least 1 person is dead there, and several more are unaccounted for after the troublesome creek rose to historic levels, leaving entire communities forced to pick up the pieces. Knott County suffered once-in-a-lifetime flooding Wednesday night into Thursday morning.
No, I'm 56-year-old. I've lived here all my life, and it's never been this type of water come.
Search efforts are ongoing as several people are still unaccounted for in the county. In Hindman, entire homes were swept off their foundation and pushed downstream. Local heroes, a bright spot in the darkness, performing water rescues throughout the night.
There's other people that need help. We've rescued 2 women from here that lived up above me, and we're moving on and seeing if anyone else needs help.
Some people in the county are waking up to find their livelihoods have been destroyed.
I am the director of Troublesome Creek String Instrument Company, the head instructor of a school and a curator of a museum that have all been wiped out.
Downtown Hindman was underwater overnight. The Appalachian Artisan Center School and Museum both washed away. With them, irreplaceable pieces of Appalachian culture. Even so, Nasal Road is thinking of his neighbors first.
I'm concerned that if we got trounced this hard, what's happened to our neighbors and other people up and down these creeks.
In total, officials with the AAC and Troublesome Creek suspect they've suffered more than $1 million in damage and are concerned they may never reopen.
You know, this isn't just a manufacturing facility. This is a dream that worked for a lot of people. A lot of people in recovery have fixed their hopes on going forward and employed with this very prestigious brand that we've been making. And but Troublesome Creek just wanted to put the brakes on us.
In Hindman, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News. The Troublesome Creek Stringed Instrument Company and the Appalachian Artisan Project employ more than a dozen people, many of them recovering addicts.